Baylor men's basketball had a player that declared for the NBA draft. I apologize for looking down because I cannot memorize all this stuff, and I'm sure y'all have seen it by now. It is from Tounde Yessoufou, and I'll just go over what he said in his post, then going over like height, weight, stats for this past year. He said, "Thank you, Baylor Nation. I want to thank God and give him all the glory for blessing me each and every day. I also want to thank Coach Drew and the entire coaching staff for believing in me, pushing me, and shaping me into the player and man I am today. To my family, thank you for standing by me through every high and low. Your love, sacrifices, and unwavering support have carried me to this point. Being a kid from Benin, this means more than words can explain. To represent my country and my continent is a true blessing. I carry that responsibility with pride, honor, and purpose every single day." To Baylor Nation, like the heart emoji in green on one of them and gold in any other, thank you for the love, the energy, and the support from day one. You embraced me and made Waco feel like home. I'll always be grateful for the moments we shared. With that being said, I'm excited to officially declare for the 2026 NBA draft. And notice, he didn't say and enter the transport, unlike a few guys that have done it this year. Though I will say in the past, though, like LJ Cryer did the same thing to Baylor when he declared for the draft a few years ago. Then he went to the transfer portal and transferred to Houston. I'm just making that point right now. So just because he didn't say it, that doesn't mean he won't do it potentially. He's 6'5", 215 pounds as a guard, and he would have been a sophomore next year. In 34 games that he played in, and all of those were starts, and 32.6 minutes per game, he did the following: 17.8 points per game, 5.9 rebounds per game, 1.6 assists per game, 1.9 turnovers per game, 2 steals per game, 0.6 blocks per game, 2.3 fouls per game, 46.5% from the floor on 486 attempts, 29.3% on threes on 181 attempts. That's certainly one area he has to improve besides his defense. 74.6% on free throws on 134 attempts. I know this draft class is strong, so yeah, I don't know if he's really going to stick in the draft or not. Obviously, he could be a first-round pick, and then maybe he'll decide, I'm going no matter what. Definitely top 20, he's definitely staying in the draft. I'm just saying that right now. But if he's projected to be second round, there's a chance that he could come back to college basketball, though. He didn't say anything about retain eligibility and anything like that, though. That's another thing he didn't note. So, that's a notable detail that he didn't even include. Obviously, if the money was right, and he didn't ask way too much in terms of money, Baylor would bring him back. I'm just saying, if it was reasonable. If he is asking for way too much money, he could enter the transfer portal and go somewhere else. And I wish him good luck, whether it's to the NBA or if it's another school, it's another school. So be it. We already know they already have that James Najee was in the transfer portal, and they're already losing 4 guys due to no more years of eligibility. Obviously, there's that question of J.J. White, if he does get a medical red shirt year, because after all, he only played 4 games due to injury. Would he come back to Baylor? And trust me when I say this, they have have had a lot of contact with a lot of players in the transfer portal already. I'm just saying. And there's obviously that question of, what's Cam Carr going to do? Is he going to declare for the NBA draft? If so, if he does decide, don't be shocked. And if he's good enough to be like top 20 pick, he's definitely going, in my opinion. And obviously, you want to bring him back for a reasonable price too. But to get like one of Tounde and Cam Carr is probably the best case scenario. I just don't see a way you could get both back. I'm just being honest. And obviously, it would be a real pain in the gut, so to speak, if like a Michael Perez or Mayo Suyoye enter the transfer portal. After all, you redshirted both of those guys. One of them due to injury, and one of them we already agreed a contract with in the first place. And he would have been more, Mayo Suyoye would have been more ready to go to play than James Najee would have. It turned out, in hindsight, 2020. So, we already know we got Elijah Williams coming in. They're going to have to fill this roster with all kinds of needs, like a wing, a point guard alongside with Isaac Williams, because Isaac Williams could start. If not, he's not a starter. Definitely have somebody that's good enough to start, and definitely have a good backup point guard as well. Besides Isaac Williams as a third option. And the last thing you want to do is overpay for guys that are not proven commodities. I mean, you don't want to overpay for Mayo Suyoye. He redshirted last year. You don't know how good he's going to be. Same thing goes for like Michael Perez too. And he would have been a rotation guy, I get it, for this past year if he was healthy. But it's still unproven at this level in college. I'm just saying that right now. You don't want to overspend. And obviously, if you do lose Mayo Suyoye, you've got to get a big from the transfer portal. A big or two. Because you got to have size down low. And it's as if Jocelyn Boda does come back as well. So, anyways, if you like this content, hit the like, subscribe button. See you guys later on the road to 8 subscribers. Goals, ultimate goals, 1,000 more. Some more things. Scores like video. Convey really helps YouTube background. Some more people sharing the video does help as well. Some more people can watch it if you're watching. And not subscribe, hit subscribe button. Hit free. Hit the notification bell as well. And honestly, I didn't go over like the walk-ons and Drew Perry, Will Kirkendall, and James Goodis as well. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens. At least we kind of have one piece of the puzzle out of the way. Unless Tounde decides to come back somehow. If he's not projected to be a first-round pick, I don't know if he would come back to college. He didn't say retain eligibility or anything like that, though. So it's a wait and see. And this was always going to be like one of those questionable transfer portal risks on Tounde. Because what if he decides, I'm entering the portal because I will get more money guaranteed than go to the NBA and be a second-round pick? Because you know at this point he's not projected to be first round. But obviously he's projected to be, he's good enough to be a first-round pick. That's a different story. So just a heads up on this situation right here for Tounde Yessoufou.